Hello, AGDQ 2024. Hi, everybody. Hope you're all doing well.
Hello.
I am super excited to show off one of my favorite generations, Pokemon Generation 4, in my favorite region, the Sinnoh region, in a super glitchy and silly way. So the first thing we're going to do is some RNG manipulation. I'm going to try to just get into it quickly, and then we can explain it as we go. So basically, I need to enter the game at a very specific second, and then I need to enter the actual game past the intro at a very specific frame. So give me 1 second here as I line this up. Okay. So this is normal Pokemon intro. This is Pokemon Diamond Pearl. Just really quickly explaining RNG manip stuff. I just need to enter the main game by pressing A at the TV screen. Frame perfectly, it's a 30 FPS manip. I'm gonna try to hit it 2 times. If I don't get it either time, I have a backup loaded and I'll just switch to that. I just hit it right before we started. But while we do this intro, my name is Etchy. I've been a Pokemon speedrunner for about 4 years now. Primarily run a lot of DS games and some of the Switch games as well. Probably most well known for like Platinum and Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Can my commentators introduce themselves? Maybe starting with May.
Hello, I am Corva May. I have a Pokemon speedrunner of sorts. I mostly do 3DS stuff, but I've done this one before, and I've done a couple other ones before. And I was here earlier this week doing a game that is kind of like Pokemon, but different.
All right. I'm Etiquette. I primarily do Switch Pokemon games now, but I've definitely dabbled in pretty much every generation, so happy to be here.
Yeah, and I'm Shenanigans. I ran Crystal yesterday with Chris, but yeah, that run was fun.
Very nice.
And yeah, I mostly just do pretty much every game. We're coming up, though, on a little bit of serious time here. We have a frame-perfect A-Press.
Yes, we can get some quiet time for the next 5 or 10 seconds.
2, 3, 4, 5. I don't feel great about that.
Actually gets to talk, nobody else does.
So I'm looking for a specific trainer ID because that denotes which RNG frame I hit. So if we just got it, that'd be really cool. We did get it. Let's go.
Let's go.
First try. That's awesome.
Try. All right. So normal Pokemon options stuff. I'll try to explain a lot of the RNG manip stuff in this early section where we're basically just walking from place to place anyway until we do some until we get our first Pokemon. RNG manipulation is very complicated in this game, and it took me a long time to understand it. Basically, what RNG manipulation looks like is just doing perfect movement for however long you need to do it, and perfect is in quotations. There's some leniency, but if you don't know exactly how it works, then there is no leniency. So you typically don't check trainer ID the way I did for this run. You can actually tell which RNG seed you're on by just the NPC movement, because it'll always move the same way if you're always on the exact same RNG frame. So on a normal PB attempt, I would just look at the NPCs there and then reset, but it's a lot faster to just check the trainer ID. I'm so glad I hit it, because I was like freaking out trying to hit it on this backup DS beforehand. I like got it literally 30 seconds before we were like getting ready. I was so panicked.
I don't know if y'all can see this, but his setup is like so elaborate right now. He has 2 DSs because there's the backup DS and his laptop where he has the timer tool that he used to hit that manip. And then Etiquette has another spare DS in case of emergency.
I brought a 3rd DS on top of those other 3. Etiquette has a 3DS. I have an extra regular DS. I have capture cards. It's really annoying and expensive. Anyways.
He broke into my house and stole multiple copies of my Gen 4 game.
I have like 6 copies of Diamond Pearl in various languages currently on me. But we are coming up now on getting our starter Pokemon. I didn't mess up the movement, so we are guaranteed to get the perfect Chimchar. Perfect is in quotes there. It's consequences of Gen 4 RNG and the way it works. You basically can't guarantee that you get like perfect stats in this Chimchar. But there's a lot of things I'm looking for in this Chimchar. I'm looking for really good stats, not necessarily perfect, just really good. If you haven't noticed, the estimate for this run's only an hour, so I'm not actually getting all 8 badges. I'm not getting through the Elite 4, but I will enter the Hall of Fame very, very fast. So we don't actually need the perfect Pokemon to beat all the gym leaders as fast as possible. We just need a good enough one. And a good enough Chimchar basically just looks like really high stats and everything. It's going to be plus speed nature, and we'll talk about why later. It's going to be hasty specifically for those who know. It's minus special defense, which is because we just don't really care about getting hit by special attacking moves in the run. And it's pretty much all you really need to know.
Wait, hasty's minus defense.
Oh, sorry, naive. Naive is what I meant.
Naive.
Okay.
I do want to quickly mention that Etchy hinted at it, but that 1 hour, 10-minute estimate is not a mistake. This game will seem like it's progressing normally, and then it will suddenly end.
Yes.
We really, really do want to see that glitch exhibition.
Oh, absolutely.
So please get those donations in for that.
Yeah,
we're super close. Just keep it coming.
In fact,
I actually have a challenge, and that is Mr. Game and Shout, our lovely host, told us he doesn't know anything about Pokemon.
May, what are you doing to me?
So I want
Nothing about Pokemon.
I want you to donate either the name of a Pokemon or a prescription medication.
You're gonna make our donation vetters like work so hard.
Thank you so much to the donation vetters who will have to go through this, and then Shout will guess for us.
Yeah.
I have some here. We'll get to it later.
We will get to that later, yeah.
And regardless, I highly recommend just submitting your favorite Pokemon. You can do the classic Dex donation thing. Definitely recommend anything like Gen 8 and up, because Shout definitely won't know what those Pokemon are, and will probably mess up pronouncing them. So please do that.
I'm feeling the love over here, I gotta tell you.
I work with Shout on the regularly, so I can bully him a little bit.
Speaking of which, do you want to do a couple donations now? It's a good time.
Absolutely, we already got them coming in. $20 from Sandy Beach _IRL saying, "Hey Etchy, how's the run?"
The run is okay.
and they were already starting on those Pokédex. We've got 2820 from Zofax. Pokédex donation time? Gotta go with Gardevoir here. Keep up the good work and let's beat cancer.
1 for 1, let's go.
We can do a couple more.
All right, let's go with $10 here from Shep. Hey Etchy, super cool to see this run at GDQ. Good luck, and let's see that glitch exhibition.
Yes, please.
Yeah,
We are
let's
still
go.
moving on that. Now over $24,000.
Oh, we're
out of the
so close.
$35,000 that we need. Keep it coming.
Please, we got to see it.
You do not want to miss this. It is
so cool.
amazing.
Yeah.
So much effort went into making this happen, and I don't even know how to describe it. The things that are in it.
As
It's
you
like,
had to steal all those diamond and pearl cards.
Yeah,
from
yeah,
you.
exactly.
For a reason. Don't make it for nothing. So RNG manipulation basically just means we do really weird movements. So I'm going to do some back and forth here. And I'll try to explain it a little bit more later when we get to Jubilife probably. But basically, if I'm taking really weird paths through the grass, for example, or just in towns, it's because of the RNG manipulation. All you really need to know is that, like, if I'm always on the same starting RNG frame and I always do the exact same inputs, I'll always get the exact same outcomes. So the outcomes I'm looking for are like I said, the really good Chimchar. I'm looking for no encounters in the grass or as few as possible. And then later on, I'll try to specifically manipulate spinning trainers so that I just pass them perfectly and super fast consistently.
Yeah, should also mention that there's...
I do need the Chimchar nickname now.
Oh, true, yeah.
Bringing that up right now. Chimchar's nickname looks like our winner is Pomu.
I figured.
P-O-M-U.
Ooh,
right.
4 characters. That's pretty strong.
That's time save.
That's time save.
Let's go. Yeah, if you didn't notice in the first battle with that Starly, this game's really slow. The text is ridiculously slow, and it's actually hilarious because I have a copy of Japanese Pro with me, and that game is lightning fast. Something went wonky with the localization, I guess, but the text is like half as fast in this version of the game. They do fix it a little bit in Plat. The text is a little bit faster and the battle engine's a little bit faster. And when I'll actually do a live demonstration of how slow the battles really can be when we get to the caption tutorial in a bit.
Yeah, I was going to mention that when we're talking about this RNG manip, there's separate battle and overworld RNG effectively. So the battles aren't going to be manipulated, but all the overworld stuff is. So the battles are actually going to be kind of the complicated part of a lot of this.
Yeah, it's actually kind of interesting because in Diamond and Pearl specifically, all of the single battles are completely random AI. Even Cynthia at the end of the game, like every single trainer is just completely random AI.
Except for double battles, but they're also not like, I wouldn't call them smart AI, but they are smarter.
They are different AI.
They're different.
It's worth remembering that these were the first games on the DS.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like they did a lot of these games look very different than the Game Boy Advance series of games, and a lot of that got figured out in Platinum.
Yeah.
All right, so doing a shop here. Gonna grab some potions, some antidotes, some paralyzed heals. Kind of important to note that World Record Route doesn't actually do this shop. In fact, World Record Route does not shop at all. It is much riskier, which is why I'm not doing it. It basically involves doing a completely different manip that skips the marts, picks up like 1 or 2 potions, and that's like all you're kind of riding on the entire run. So it involves trying to like intentionally get very lucky with the fights where you don't need to heal a lot. That is not safe, so
I
I'm
don't
not
know if
doing
we
that.
mentioned that battle RNG does not work the same as overworld RNG.
Yeah.
So the fights are still random.
Yeah.
Like we're still we're still at the whims of our, like, you can't really get away from randomness in Pokemon.
No,
True,
it's impossible. Also, it's interesting too because you can actually manipulate the battle RNG in like Platinum and Heart Gold Soul Silver very easily by doing like save and quit manips.
Yep.
They're just not really RTA viable most of the time because of how slow saving is in this game, which we'll see later.
Yes, we will.
But in Diamond and Pearl, it's basically in Platinum and Heart Gold Soul Silver, when you get into a battle and it's like your turn and you're trying to pick an action, your battle energy is already determined, and whatever action you do already has like a predetermined outcome. But in this game, every single frame the game is running, RNG is advancing in battle, including like lag frames that you can't like predict. So we just don't manipulate any battles. And it's kind of cool because the game just feels more random, because sometimes you can get like crit clusters or just constantly get like the same kind of similar outcomes when you're running plat manip. And it sucks. And I've lost a lot of runs to like the first catch of Platinum. So
Yeah.
this game's quite a bit nicer. So gonna go up
All right,
and
we've
around.
lost the video feed.
Yes.
It seems like the computer has completely shut down. I will keep running for now.
Yeah, so Etchy
I can
does-
get into the catch tutorial and then hold it, so I'll just wait.
Okay,
here.
yeah. Once that she
cool.
reaches the catch tutorial, the overworld RNG
Yeah, so
will
I'm already
pause.
stopped, so we can
We can still
try to resolve
hear it,
this.
so the computer's still on.
Oh, the
Yeah.
computer.
Wait.
Oh.
Did we just lose
Oh, the
it?
computer is on.
Did we lose the monitors, maybe?
Weird.
Okay, can y'all out there? Can
Oh,
you see?
they're just went to
They
sleep.
went to bed.
We're back.
All right.
Can y'all see?
Yeah, let me know. if
Okay,
we're good
they're
on
saying
the-
they can. Yeah, I think
Okay.
we're fine.
All right, so this is a little bonus sort of thing that Etchy now has considered as run, which is to move the mouse every.
Yeah.
Every,
Okay.
like, 5
so,
minutes,
yay! I love more. I love more work.
Just one extra thing.
So here's a demonstration of how slow battles can be in this game. You actually are supposed to mash in these battles to make the damage register faster. So if you just watch here, I'm not going to mash. I'm not going to press anything. Just watch how long it takes for the damage to register. Okay? And then here's what it is when I actually like mash through it. Much faster. So you do have to mash through all the battles. It kind of sucks, but they fixed this in Platinum and Heart Gold Soul Silver. Those games, like I said, run quite a bit faster, although the HP is still very, very slow.
Did we get some donations in during the Rush the Catch tutorial?
Yes.
Absolutely. And as a side note, we have just crossed $900,000. Keep it coming, y'all. We are also over $30,000 for the Glitz
Oh my
exhibition.
goodness.
Let's
Keep
go.
it going. Keep it going.
And
Let's go.
oh my God, the Pokemon or drugs donations are coming in, and I don't know what to do with myself. So let's start going through these here. I have a $5 donation from Greta Ice Vixen. Hi, Etchy. Best of luck on the run. I'm honestly not sure if I would have started speedrunning if not for you.
Aw.
The butterfly effect from meeting you is wild. Thanks for being a great friend and a great runner. You deserve all this and more.
Thank you, Greta.
That is amazing.
The Pokédex donations are also coming in with a $429 donation from JD the Bud. A Dex donation for my favorite Gen 4 Pokemon, Miss Magius. I hope I pronounced that right. And then,
That was good. That was good.
acceptable.
all right,
good.
and y'all are really trying to throw me here. Okay, $25 from Rachel Guy 72. I love a challenge. I have Clastion, Pokemon or prescription. And they were kind because they added answer. Clastion can be used to treat cancer that has spread to bones due to different types of tumors.
Sounds like
Today we
evolution
learned.
almost.
Today we learned. All right.
All right, so this is one of the worst fights in the entire run, and it has gone as bad
And
as it's supposed to.
Turn one growl, of
This
course.
Starly is a monster. Who wants to explain damage rolls while this fight goes on?
So every single time you do damage, I feel like I'm obligated to explain damage.
Yeah, go for
on
it.
Couch Time. Every time you, damage in Pokemon is complicated. A lot of different factors go into determining exactly how much damage gets dealt, and one of those is the randomization factor. And that is a number from 85 to 100 for 16 different discrete values. And that is a percentage that is multiplied and then rounded down at one point in the damage formula. So that means that there are 16 discrete values that any attack can deal, which is where a lot of the variance in Pokemon actually comes from, and what makes the battle system feel so dynamic is because you want to hit high rolls, usually,
Yeah.
and you want them to hit low rolls, usually. Sometimes it's a little weird depending on like
Situational.
abilities
Yeah.
and stuff, situational stuff.
Yeah.
That fight is also really. that fight is the Growl fight, right?
The what fight? The growl fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That
you
fight is really
You just
bad.
keep spamming growl, and then you just keep doing less damage. The funny thing with damage rolls that I wanted to bring up with that fight is that so that Starly knows tackle and quick attack. Tackle is 35 base power in this game, and quick attack is 40. And then like every other run I do with every other starter for Platinum or this game, they always do the same damage because they're so close in damage value. Except this run, where quick attack does like double the damage of tackle because of the
Yeah.
nature of the damage calculation formula. It's really scary and it's
It's just how the
awful.
rounding works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
strange. Also-
the reason why that growl was so rough too is because of how combat stages work in this game. When it says that like your stat, like attack was lowered, that means that essentially it is lowering your stat by roughly 33%, and that continues to get worse and worse and worse. When you go up, it's about 50% up. When you go down, it's about 30% down.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
basically
we're below a third HP as well.
Yeah, who wants to
Yep.
explain
Oh, no.
Blaze?
There's so much to explain.
all right.
I know, yeah. Sorry, we're just going to keep going. We'll keep going.
I'll explain Blaze, but I want to just mention, just for anyone who's curious, so you can basically think of the stat stages as starting at 2/2, and every time it goes
Yep.
down, it increases the bottom number. Anytime it goes up, it increases the top number by
Number go up good, number
Yeah.
go down bad.
So Blaze.
Wait, let's do rivalry first because it's the only time it matters.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm gonna safety heal here just in case I get crit, so this is fine, yeah.
Yeah, so you might notice that this is a male Shinx and a female, I believe.
Yeah.
Chimchar. So this Shinx has rivalry, the ability, and if you're the same gender, then you'll deal, I believe it's like 1.3x damage.
Something like that.
And yeah, because we are different, that will not be the case. So you take less damage, and that matters at top end runs because sometimes you'll go in this fight on 1 HP. It's like, well, I guess I have to crit now.
Yeah.
I've been running PBR, and you'd be surprised how often rivalry comes up in that.
Is it really?
It's so important.
That's
All right.
interesting.
Yeah. So
Quick Blaze, and then we gotta go quick to hidden power.
Okay. Okay.
So Blaze, basically all the starters have the same ability just for the different types, Blaze, Overgrow, or Torrent. Blaze is going to be whenever you are at 1/3 health or lower, your fire type moves are going to be 50% stronger. So it's a careful balance of I want to stay low health,
Yep.
so that way I can deal more damage, but I also don't want to die.
Yeah, we get Ember pretty early on Chimchar. It's
Yeah.
really nice to get it there.
Yep.
Okay, hidden power. Hidden power is a move.
I am so sorry in advance, and I promise the explanations will stop soon.
Hidden power is
We're in the school.
Is
We're in
what
the
this
school.
run is built around. We're able to get it by finding these two trainers on the right. In Gen 3, hidden power works roughly the same, but it's slightly different. Ignore it. It doesn't matter. In Gen 4, the way it works is that the game looks at the least significant bit of each IV, which essentially you can consider as 1 if it's odd or 0 if it's even. It then applies all of those to a formula to get a value from 0 to 18, 16. How many types? 16.
Oh, I didn't
16.
heal, whatever.
0
16,
to 16. And because, and it uses that, it goes against a table to figure out what type the move is going to be. Secondly, it then takes the second least significant bit. That is a 1 if it is if the remainder, when you divide it by 4, is 2 or 3. So, and then it puts all of those into a formula.
going, yep.
And then it uses that to, it takes that number and then it multiplies it by 40 over 63 and adds 30 to it to get a value between 30 and 70. And it uses that to determine the power. In this Chimchar is grass type,
Yeah.
69 base power.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, can we get an applause for May for
Thank
that
you, May.
explanation? Thank you.
You don't really need to know how that works.
The dumbed down version that I always remember is like if the fence is an odd IV, you add 32.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
the main-
attack, you add 16,
Yeah.
and then so on and so forth.
These Abras, for example, all the Abras we see in this run, they all have hidden power, and they're all flat 0 IVs across the board.
Yep.
So they all have fighting 30 base power.
Yeah, so pretty easy to deal with.
I want y'all to know that when you go to Bulbapedia to look up hidden power, it just says hidden power deals damage. And then there is a link to an entire another page
Oh my
that explains the math.
Yeah, so one of the interesting things about hidden power, so there is a category that's becoming a lot more popular where it's Manipulous.
Yeah.
And so you don't have to do any of that RNG manipulation, but because of that, the Chimchar you get is going to be completely random. So your hidden power and your stats and all that's going to be completely random. And so you actually still will get it because it can be really useful, and you'll see why later. We actually use it pretty much for like 2 fights, but it is incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
For those.
Massive for those 2 fights.
And so there's an extra element in those Manipulous runs, which by the way are super approachable. I definitely highly recommend
I've run
them.
the Manipulous version of this run. There's a hidden power route. There's also a no hidden power
Yeah.
route. They're both like, you could like graduate from one to the other because they're not that different. I recommend it if you are interested in getting into Gen 4 runs. I think it's the most approachable Gen 4 run.
Yeah, and so if you're doing Manipulous and you're teaching hidden power, what you're actually going to do is on this next fight, you're going to be using hidden power, even if you don't need to, just to try and determine what the type is. Because these IVs that are the calculation for hidden power, those are hidden values. We don't get to see them.
Yep.
All right. So I have not dropped my RNG Manip yet, which is pretty cool. It's actually totally fine if I drop it from this point. As long as I have the Chimchar, that's all that really matters. So just kind of explaining a little bit more what I was talking about with the way RNG manip works. Basically, like I technically have to have perfect movement here, but I don't need like actually perfect movement and like the perfect path every time. I just need to basically waste the same amount of time in certain areas consistently. So like there you saw me just run into that guy until he moved. Basically, in normal RNG manipulation areas, you can kind of just always run and then you're always taking the same amount of time because movement always takes the same amount of time. But because I have to talk to these clowns, it's variable what frame I talk to each of them on.
That's what he always says when we're on couch.
Talk to these.
Okay,
clowns.
who wants to be campaign clown 1, 2, and 3?
That's so me.
So I just bonk into some people, and we'll actually come back here and elaborate on a little bit more towards the end of the run. But you can basically imagine the game being broken up into quadrants, separated by these things called load lines. And the idea between behind the bonking and the RNG manip is just to spend the same amount of time in each quadrant consistently to make sure you always get the same outcome. So did another bonk there, and now we're into the rival fight. And this fight is just, I'm going to use Ember. The Starly likes to troll and waste time, but I healed up, so I'm super safe here. The only thing that's kind of interesting here is that like Barry likes to talk sometimes. So if you actually crit one-shot the Starly, you do a different strat on the Piplup. If you have a normal two-shot Starly, you do a different strat as well. So we'll see what happens here, and then I'll explain it. Quick attack's fine. Ideally, you see Growl after this. Okay, I did not get the crit. So you saw Barry talk there. Did not get Growl, so what I can do is I can do a Scratch and then a Hidden Power. Hidden Power, again, Grass type, so super effective against Piplup, but it doesn't one-shot. So you would think you want to do the Hidden Power to crit, or have the crit chance and get the one-shot, but if you knock the Piplup to low HP, Barry will talk again, and we don't want to see that. So if you actually crit one-shot Starly, Barry will talk regardless no matter what. So then you always just Hidden Power if that happens.
Yeah.
All right, so after this, I'm just going to do some more movement and some more RNG manipulation. So,
Can I give Shout the warm-up quiz?
yes, please.
All right, are you ready?
I'm
Pokemon or prescription drug?
Okay, hit me.
Blacephalon.
I'm guessing Pokemon.
That is correct.
Okay.
Lunala.
Ooh, okay.
Lunala. That would be a Pokemon.
That's correct.
Okay.
Relor.
That sounds like a prescription.
That is a Pokemon.
Close.
A Selgor.
A what?
A Selgor.
Gesundheit. I will say Pokemon.
That is a Pokemon.
Okay.
Pikachu.
Oh yeah, that's a Pokemon. Even I get that one.
Zygarde.
Zygarde. Ooh. Prescription?
Nope, that was a Pokemon.
Are these all Pokemon?
Espathra.
Pokemon?
Correct. Dynam.
Dynam. Pokemon.
Trick question. That's a Pokemon speedrunner.
What?
All right, please get us some more donations, Show.
I have so many of them. Let's go ahead and take a $5 donation from Dijon Ketchup with a question that I have been asking for days. This is a great run, but how will I know what's going on without Corvame holding up poster boards of information?
Started on the hidden
Multiple
power
people
poster
asked me,
board,
yeah.
and it was too big. You
Yeah,
couldn't fit it in the room.
Honestly, it's way easier, the damage.
I've also got a $1,000 donation from Sean
Wow.
D04. 900,000. Also Glitch Exhibition, and yes, we are under $1,000
Yeah,
away
well,
from
Oh,
that.
please, we're so close.
Oh, we're so close.
Let's do it, gamers.
And I'm going to close out with a donation from Fangamer for $10,000. Saying, hey, everybody, Fangamer here. This is a Dex number donation, so please welcome our stampede of 10,000 Bulbasaur. Who doesn't love that little guy? Keep the Dex donations coming. This has been made possible thanks to everyone who has shopped the Fangamer AGDQ 2024 merch collection, where 100% of the profits from sales get turned into donations that benefit the Prevent Cancer Foundation. You have until the end of the event to support a great cause by picking up some awesome merch. Check out the full lineup at fangamer.com/GDQ.
Thank you, Fangamer.
Tangle dangos.
So, summary of what just happened there. Before we can enter Rourke's gym, the first gym leader, we had to go talk to him in the Orberg mine. He also just gave us the Rock Smash TM. I'm going to heal up again just for uber safety. Actually, I really didn't need to even there. I am like overhealing because I'm just so scared of what could happen.
Yeah.
Because I actually have my nip up, I'm going to safety save in front of Rourke. Technically, the faster, more optimal thing to do for marathons is to just enter the center here in case I die. Because then if I do white out, I keep all the experience and I can just go back in and it's even better. So we're gonna see exactly how slow saving is in this game.
Oh my goodness.
Who's
it
excited?
Takes so long.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, give us a donation during the saving.
Or 200.
yeah.
Oh, okay, I think I can grab something here. Let's do a $25 donation from New Amber. Xerneas, Pokemon or prescription drug? Good luck, Etchy. I'm guessing Pokemon on that one.
That's correct.
Okay, cool. Also, a $50 donation from Railkun. Hey, Etchy, you're doing great. This is a reminder to move the mouse so the monitor doesn't go to sleep.
Thank you.
Oh,
thank
right.
you.
Thank you, Ray.
Huge clutch.
Thank you,
Ray.
It's been a while, so that's, that was honestly, that might have been like a minute before it was going to happen.
Yeah, we do need mouse donations, so please keep those
Yes,
coming.
but
every
What you
so
have to
often.
understand is that the mouse is also part of the manip.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
So this is Rourke, the first gym leader, and this is like the biggest reason we manip this very specific hidden power.
Yep.
Grass is very good against rock and ground types. Did you know that?
No, Hop never told me.
So we're 4x effective against this. I almost call it a Brock. Geodude, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
And the Onyx. But we are not 4x effective against Rourke's ace, a Cranidos. Cranidos is a terrifying Pokemon. It only knows 3 moves. Pursuit, Leer, and Headbutt. Headbutt is terrifying, and that's actually the entire reason we manip a plus speed Chimchar.
Yeah.
It allows us to outspeed, that way we don't risk Headbutt flinch chance at all. This is normally a 3-turn, 3-shot on the Cranidos because it's going to use a potion. But I'm just going to get the magical crit here because I'm very lucky and I'm going to get Marathon Luck, so check it out.
There's like a whole 30-minute video essay on how Cranidos is like, and its evolution are like completely flawed in competitive play.
Yeah.
And you would not know it if you speedran Gen 4.
Reminder, this Cranidos, I believe, has the same base attack as
There's also-
Metagross. Like, I'm
Yeah,
not joking.
it's
Yeah, it's absurd.
Yeah.
And this is just a base form Pokemon.
Yeah, it's just here on the first gen.
Yeah. Yeah, this thing is terrifying in Platinum. This fight is much scarier in Platinum if you're doing the Piplup route. If you're doing the Chimchar route, you actually just evolve to Monferno.
Yep.
Except for the newer Platinum any % glitched route, which we'll talk about a little bit too. That's Rourke, by the way. Very easy, very safe. Just,
Yeah.
I could have gotten crit there, so I had to save. And then I would have gone all the way back to Mom, and that would have taken forever.
Yeah,
so.
crit just literally KOs you from full.
Yeah.
There's just no counterplay.
Yeah, if you want to see what happens if you are slower than that Cranidos, watch a BDSP run. 'Cause
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Yeah, so Platinum any % glitched is a much longer run because they patched like a lot of the Void stuff, which we haven't talked about yet, but we'll get into later. But the new route for it actually does like a save and quit manip to just basically force Rourke to miss like 17 rock throws, and you get like crits and defense drops for free all the time. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Hey, you want some more time on stage up there, Etchy?
Yes, I
Because
do.
they just hit the glitch exhibition.
Yeah.
We got it!
Right as we talk about the Void, too, they knew.
I know, right?
That's awesome.
All right, so I do have Manip still going, which means I am going to go for the extended Manip, so I am going to skip the shop here. If I mess up the Manip, it's totally fine. I just go back and shop. Worst case scenario, I like hit a trainer. But this next part is incredibly difficult after my monkey evolves into a bigger monkey. So
Yeah, once we get back to Jubilife.
I'm actually going to take an intentional turn frame here just to advance RNG one more time, just to keep my RNG aligned with where I need it to be. And I'm going to do some kind of tricky movement. It's like one extra movement, but I always mess it up. So I'm going to focus a little bit for this part. Once I get into the fight, we can chill.
I'm always very impressed with Gen 4 runner's movement because I am like really sloppy
Yeah, we did.
in the Gen 4
Nice.
engine.
That looks really dumb, but I swear, like
Yeah.
it's very easy to mess it up because like people move at the same time you move.
Yeah, it's all very calculated because you always move at the same speed, so you're spending the same amount of time in each area. Is kind of the idea behind it.
Yep. So TLDR of what just happened here, our Professor Rowan and our buddy Lucas are stopping some deviant goons from Team Galactic, which will never resolve the plot of, by the way.
Those
They're just going to live
rascals.
forever, I guess. But that's okay. This fight's very straightforward because in Diamond and Pearl, Team Galactic's kind of a joke when you're running the fire starter because they all have like Wurmples and Cascoons and just like the weakest bug Pokemon ever. In Platinum, they fixed it and they actually have like much better Pokemon. They have a lot of Skuntanks in early game, which are very annoying and surprisingly strong. We just hit level 14, so I'll get my
Very funny
Monkey
cry, though.
Evo. With Skuntank?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll see Skuntank. Sorry, Stunky is what you'll see a lot, but we are going to hear a Skuntank later.
Yeah.
Absorb is so slow. Why would you do that?
And the HP's coming back.
Oh my gosh. All right, so once this is done, I'm going to evolve into a monkey.
You already are a monkey.
So this is what happens when you don't get the absorb. This is like the first time this happened in weeks, so that's really awesome. Worst case scenario for the fight, please tackle here.
Unless-
Thank
okay.
you. I was sure I was going to miss there. Don't crit there.
Nice.
Can do that earlier. So yeah, we're going to evolve into Monferno. You learn a move called Mach Punch on evolution. It is a 40 base power fighting move, which is great because Monferno is fire fighting type. So we get that same type attack bonus, which we didn't really mention earlier, but if you use a move that is the same type as your Pokemon, you get 50% more power. Super powerful, super useful. So we're going to go ahead and teach Mach Punch over Hidden Power, which, while was a very good move, Grass is completely useless from now on. So we're going to get rid of it.
Because you got to understand, we're reaching the back half of the run now.
Yeah.
So
It's funny, Mach Punch is only clicked like maybe once as well, but
there's a very important reason for it,
also this is probably a good time for serious time. This is actually kind of the hardest part of the minute.
Yeah, if I mess it up, it's whatever, but I would like to hit it. So I have to mash very not badly here. And then this is called the Fashion Case extended part, or Fashion Case manip, however you want to call it. But basically, I'm going to get Fashion Case from this guy from Jubilife TV. Fashion Case is completely useless because it's just for like dressing up for Pokemon, and we're speedrunners going to do that. But the RNG advances very rapidly when you accept it. So I have a specific 21 frame window to press the A button here. So I have to time this. That might have been a little fast, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I don't think I've ever messed it up because it is very generous. So
20 frames.
And now I
is
need to
like
focus. So hold on.
almost a second.
Yeah, this movement.
It's gonna look really stupid.
This is really, I love Gen 4 movement. There's so much just Dawn running back and forth.
We got it. Cool.
Let's go.
All right, it's still not over. There's still more
one
stuff
very
to do,
hard part, and I want to ideally keep Manip going for another like 15 minutes. I want to say something like that. All right, so
all the
hold on
way
again
to the
here.
forest potentially.
All right, another
This is literally the hardest part. Let's go!
Yeah, that's impressive. You have to run for, what is it, one tile?
Yeah, one tile.
one tile.
Yeah.
Which is so much easier said than done.
And now we're at the best part of Sinnoh. Okay, we're almost at the best part of
A
Sinnoh.
little bit farther to the right for you.
Wait, we're at the snow route?
Oh, we're leaving. We're leaving. No.
Not yet. Soon we'll be there soon. Hopefully I didn't.
It's
I might
not
have just
Friday.
dropped it there, but we'll
It
find
could-
out later.
It could be. I don't know. I don't think the Manip is on Friday, but it could.
It is not.
No.
And like it also like so she's alluding to Drifloon spawning, but it also doesn't load in until like the day advances after you.
Oh,
complete
right.
it,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think-
more Team Galactic grunts. Please give us more donations.
Yep.
I have got you all kinds of covered on that front. Let's go with a $399 donation from Anonymous, donating for one of my favorite Gen 4 Pokemon, Bidoof.
Yeah.
I love Bidoof.
Yeah, keep the Pokédex donations coming. The medication donations are also coming, and they are fantastic.
I'm so sorry again. Keep going.
No, please. $50 from Malnormal Ludo. One of these is a Pokemon, the rest are medications. Your move, Mr. Game and Shout. All right, we've got Magierna, Aztaris, Estradiol, and Comernati. I recognize one of them, and it's not the Pokemon. I'm going to guess Magierna?
Magierna,
Yeah.
Let's go.
I got it. Okay, cool. And finally, $50 in from Anonymous, a haiku. Squirtle Benadryl, Albuterol Sunflora, Ritalin Vulpix.
They really changed the poker app since I last listened to it.
Oh, no.
You're doing really good on this, I gotta say.
Yeah, you're honestly.
I'm really
Respect.
good at guessing. That's all it is.
You can do a few more.
Excellent. Well, since I'm on the page, $25 from Mon or Med, Pokemon or Medicine, Vanillux. I'm guessing Pokemon on that one.
Yeah.
It is?
Okay.
Great. Thank you. $50 from Anonymous, Pokemon or prescription drug, Victoza. Prescription?
Yeah.
It's not a Pokemon.
Yeah,
Not a
yeah.
Pokemon.
Like, I know
so
you all know Pokemon.
Unless
so it's
I
not
don't know.
that.
I didn't play the epilogue of Scarlet Violet, so maybe it's in there. But
And then let's take a $1,000 donation here from Jordan S.
Wow.
As a part of my culture's tradition, it is customary to donate around 3% of the money gifted to you after your wedding. I can't think of a better way to do this than through AGDQ, and no better run than Pokemon. Good luck to all the runners.
thank you.
P.S. Goldango's fine, but I personally prefer to think of this donation as 5.1020408163 Espeons.
Great
That's how I would-
choice. Great choice.
Yeah.
All right,
I'll allow it.
I might have just dropped Manip there, but I'm just gonna go for it anyway, and we'll find out if it worked or not.
Okay.
Worst case, we read more donations. Oh, no.
Oh,
Exactly.
no.
Worst case, I hit like an optional encounter. It's whatever. But yeah, so we're entering Valley Windworks now, once I clear this
I love
fight.
Valley Windworks.
By the way, reminder to save after this fight if you fix
Oh,
this
thank
up,
you,
and
thank you. Yeah.
Also move the mouse.
Before entering.
I guess if I probably should just enter the.
Move the mouse.
Oh yes, thank you. So yeah, Valley Windworks is terrifying because Mars is here. Mars has a illegal Pokemon. There's a level 17 Pugly, which is not supposed to happen. They don't evolve to like level 34 or whatever, because this game is really weird with it. And it's really powerful and really fast. It is like the one thing we don't outspeed in the run. So I'm going to save here again. The save will be much faster because we already did one save.
Mars is why they do hack checks at VGC.
Okay, so that's done. Okay. Actually, yeah, I will know if I hit Manip right now.
Yeah, with the spinner
With the
coming
spinner,
up.
yeah. So that's actually totally fine because the spinner just has a Silcoon, I think.
Yep.
And if Manip was dropped, there's still a consistent way to spinner pass in this game. So
Yep.
Let's go.
Okay.
All right, we still have Manip, which
he
is
just
awesome.
can't miss.
All right, yeah, so this is Mars.
Yes. Terrifying. So I mentioned the Pugly, which is bad, but it's actually not as bad as the Zubat. Zubat has
Yeah.
Toxic. Toxic is like the slowest thing ever because this game is the slowest thing ever.
Yeah, it
and
is.
statuses are really slow in this game. So ideally, it just uses Bite the whole time, which is slow because it has not very effective text, but way, way better than getting Toxic. Sometimes you can get Blaze here and guarantee the 2-shot, but otherwise, that's a pretty
That's
good
a
roll.
good roll.
Yeah.
Decent.
Leech
Leech
Life,
Life.
that heals a little bit.
Just high roll again.
That put it back in green.
Not looking
Not looking great.
great for the 2-shot here. Unless
Let's
you crit.
do one more damage than last time.
The leech life mattered.
Okay,
that's
no
fine.
toxic.
Totally fine. The scary thing is like when you burn it
great.
here and then it toxics you, because then you're poisoned into Pugly, and you really want to heal up before Pugly because Pugly can do a lot of damage if it randomly chooses those moves. Again, random AI. If it uses Scratch or Fake Out, kind of sucks, but ideally it just uses Feint Attack a bunch, which is Dark type, so you resist it.
Yeah, it's
I'm going to
actually
start with Rock Smash here because there's a 50% chance to... Dang it.
unlucky.
50% chance...
So
God,
much
the
damage.
fake normal type.
I have to
stat
technically
fake out
heal this
always-
because I could die to crit.
Yep. Yeah, it's funny in BDSP because of good AI, it always fakes out, so you always just get a free heal there, but in this game you kind of have to take that risk.
Yep, so ideally I get a Rock Smash here. This Pugly has an Auron Berry, so if you knock it below half, it'll heal up, and that stinks. So,
Defense drop here is really good for Rock Smash.
Oh, God. Wow. Okay, hold on. So that again, crit 1 in 16, but because of the way the damage rules work, it's only 6 out of 16 to actually knock out there. So that was incredibly unlikely.
Wild.
I don't learn this move. No.
So 6 and 256.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
That doesn't sound right. Yeah, maybe. Math.
Yeah.
You did the hidden power math, so I trust you. So yeah, that's Mars. I have to mash kind of fast here. And that means we still have Manip, which is awesome. And I will try to not mess with the movement after this. There's a slightly tricky part here, but we're actually almost done with the Manip movement. We're only going to carry the Manip through a turn of Force, because at that point, we just don't need to dodge any trainers.
I think the balloon Pokemon will come visiting again.
I hope so too. So while I'm just going to focus on this movement first, and then we can do a donation or two probably. So give me 1 second. Okay. All right, yeah, we can do a couple donations.
Perfect. I've got $5 here from Crow Lion. This is your mouse reminder. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Greetings from Germany. I've got... Oh, okay. I've got $25 here from Locvis Cromwell. Medicine or Pokemon Bupropion. Let's get that glitch showcase. $5 donation train times 5. I believe Bupropion is a medication.
That's the steel type Eevee.
No,
You got it right. You got it right. There is
You're
no
so
steel type
mean.
Eevee.
May?
All these medications just sound like evolution.
I know,
It's so
right?
funny.
$25 from Kmosh. Pokemon or miasma inhaler, Brioelipida. Pokemon?
Inhaler.
Really? All right.
Inhaler.
Audience says inhaler. All right. Well, let's end on a good note. $57 from Pastel Punk. The first speedrun I ever watched was Etchy playing through Gen 4 like it was a casual day. Nearly 2.5 years later, and I'm so happy to see it being run again. Being a part of the community has had me seeing hilarious mistakes, cute pictures of puppies, and making friends I hope to one day meet in real life. I always love the favorite Pokemon donation train, so here's $57 for number 570, the little fox who can do no wrong, Zorua. Much love from Australia.
Thank you, Pastel.
This is a very complicated
This is the worst
fight.
fight ever. I also think I dropped Manip right before it because I forgot the movement. But which is actually a really bad spot to drop the manip. So we might get like 4 encounters, but it's fine. I'll probably just use the repel.
Yeah.
And then I just have to buy one before or Burgulator, which is not a big deal.
Reasonable.
So basically this fight's terrifying because the Pachirisu can paralyze and likes to spam annoying moves like Charm, which lowers your attack sharply. That Beautifly also has Gust, and like we kind of mentioned earlier, double battles have slightly more intelligent AI. Awesome.
Annoying.
It's not really smart AI, but they will just lean towards using the stronger moves, basically.
Is Chansey aim?
I don't
Come
know
on.
what the problem is. You have your super helpful Chansey with you.
I know.
I am actually going to paralyze heal here because
That's
we got rid of the
reasonable.
Beautifly. That's the biggest threat. As long as that's gone, I don't really care if I get paralyzed
Yeah,
from that
Gust
point.
does so much damage.
Yeah. Yeah, it literally does like 25 or
Oh
something.
my goodness, the Chansey almost got taken out
So
there.
much.
Never
Now,
mind,
soft
never
boil,
mind.
let's go.
Good thing it's
also,
healing.
yeah, fun fact in Gen 4, you can press start in double battles to see the actual numbers. Otherwise, I can change it back to the HP bars, but you just press start. Very useful. The other strat for this fight is if you actually got knocked to lower HP on Mars, you'd have Blaze, which we mentioned earlier, gives you that boost to your fire moves. I was going to say, did I get Blaze there? Did not. Dude, stop.
Every time. Oh, finally, Chansey's helping out a bit.
I cannot paralyze you because that's my last one.
Yep,
I'm just going to go.
gotta hold it.
Simply don't be paralyzed. It's that easy.
And this is awkward because like I want to get hit, but I also don't want to die. Because I do want to get into Blaze. Okay, you know what?
that's
Actually, we're just going to potion.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blaze helps for the next fight because then it's 2 1-shots instead of 2 2-shots, but barely matters.
So this Chansey Egg Bomb is 75% accurate, by the way. It's missed like every time.
Oh, it always
It hit
does.
1 for 4 so
It
far.
hit once.
It's hitting inverse odds, yes.
It is just spamming soft boil now. Please let me hit. Thank you.
There's some damage, okay.
All right. Wow, that did nothing. That was a really bad roll, unfortunately.
It's okay. Chansey's gonna hit the egg bomb.
Let's
go.
Told ya.
Let's go.
That still doesn't really save time. But
Well,
all right, so here I'm going to try to go for a Mach Punch because that does sidestep the paralysis speed drop. Okay, we got it. We're through. This fight sucks so bad. This is
Yeah,
like
yeah.
legitimately, you can just lose like your entire run to this fight. Not even to dying, but just getting trolled over
Lose
and
so
over
much
again.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, reminder that the one of the routes does not even get any potions. So, like, you can imagine that fight with no healing. It's very awful.
but now we get a free full heal. Yay!
Yay.
So this fight is 2 Abras, and like I said, they have hidden power. They have fighting type hidden power. So ideally what happens is they just hit me instead of Chansey because it's less text, and then you also want Chansey to hit 2 Egg Bombs. Unfortunately, that never happens.
not gonna happen.
Because my Embers will effectively 2-shot here, and with Egg Bomb we can kind of finish them off in 2 turns, but I kind of didn't even mention, but this is Cheryl, by the way.
The partner.
This is a partner, and it's actually going to be relevant for our glitch exhibition coming up soon.
True.
But basically all you need to know about partners is they follow you around. While they follow you, all the encounters you have are double battles. So if you go into the grass, you fight 2 Pokemon instead of 1. So it's actually pretty cool for like shiny hunting and stuff. And every time you leave a battle, you fully heal. Your partner fully heals you. Thank you. Unfortunately, Chansey getting hit.
Oh! What's
Okay.
Holy moly.
Chansey heard.
I apologize. I wasn't
Yeah.
familiar with your game.
Chansey was like, "Hey, stop being insulting towards me."
I guess I just go for the movement and see if I get an encounter. If I do, I'll just repel.
Yeah.
But there's like no way I have Manip still after what I did earlier. So we finally get a decent quote-unquote fire move. We're gonna get rid of Mach Punch because again, we don't need priority anymore. It doesn't matter. Flame Wheel is a 60 power physical fighting move and is by far our strongest move. Super useful, and we're just gonna spam it for a lot of this endgame. So let's see if we have the Manip here. Nope.
All right,
All right, that's still 38
shiny
minutes
chance?
of like perfect movement.
Oh,
that's pretty good. Can we get a round of applause for how long? Edgy
Yeah, that
kept
was
this
great.
Manip up?
Yeah, so I just gotta buy an extra repel later. Totally fine.
Can we do some donations while you get out of this fight?
Yes, please.
Absolutely. Let's see what I got for you here. I've got a $50 donation from Jordan97. That's an interesting Sobble you're using for this speedrun. $50 for 6 Sobbles plus $1.04 to round it up to a nice number. Also, hi, Etiquette.
Hi, Jordan.
Hi, Jordan.
Hi, Jordan.
Say hi to you.
I've got $33.20 from Pig_. Here's 33 and 20 cents for my favorite Pokemon, Celebrex. Or is it a Pokemon? I wonder. Come on, chat. We're so close to that 1 million. Let's hit it before the end of the Glitch Expo, why don't we? I mean, we're at 922,000. Y'all are flying on it, so please keep it coming.
Shout, where's your guess?
Oh, Celebrex that's a medication, I believe.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
I thought it was Calorex's Pre-Evolution.
Yeah.
There was a Calyrex.
It's the psychic type Calyrex.
Right.
So there, I just entered the center to basically set my death warp point. So if I do get really unlucky anywhere in this town, I will just revive back there, and it's totally fine. This is Gardenia's gym, Grass-type gym leader. We are Fire-type Pokemon. We're going to destroy her. But sometimes you can also just lose your run to her. It's really awesome. I love damage rolls. I love 15 out of 16 ranges. They're so cool.
Oh,
Anyways, this gym is mostly just spamming Flame Wheel. Basically, this mechanic is different from the way it is in Platinum. Basically, you're playing hide and seek with these gym trainers, and every time you defeat one, a new one will hide somewhere else. Once you defeat all 4, you get to fight Gardenia, and then we'll talk about that fight when we get there. If anyone needs suggestions, by the way, if you don't have like a favorite Pokemon, I definitely recommend, like, you can do $1 per like dex number, right? So you could do my favorite Pokemon, Petrarun, which is 1025. Definitely can use that. But regardless, keep all the names coming, and we'll have the Glitch Exhibition up soon. So Shout, please give us some more donations.
I got you covered. Let's go with, this one was good, $143 from Compacta D. Pokédex donation and quiz. Which of the following is not a Pokemon? Snorlax, Miralax, Munchlax. Keep up the good work. That would be Miralax. But
Actually,
that's
there's
fine.
a thing or two about Munchlax as well.
Yeah, I've brief aside, I did a really dumb speedrun called Munchlax Plus, or Munchlax Plus, which is basically doing a run of Platinum where you get a Munchlax as early as possible and then use it as your main Pokemon, like this Chimchar or Monferno, and just beat the game with it. And the only way to get Munchlax, the earliest way to get Munchlax in Platinum is through the honey trees, which involves a lot of RNG manipulation because it's like 1 in 1,000 chance basically to get it normally, and you have to also wait for 6 hours. So I ended up RNG manipulating multiple Pachirisus with the pickup ability, so I could grind for rare candies using pickup on random encounters for the 6 hours while I waited. And then I found out that actually is slower because the way the game tracks the honey tree timers is like basically gets messed up when you do random encounters. So it actually lost me an hour doing that. It was really awesome.
Actually, it's done a lot of I'm going to call them
Silly.
Gen 4 runs that I would not advise doing.
Yeah.
For example, when to get Spiritomb, you have to do a whole bunch of, you have to meet a bunch of people in the underground, which resulted in him stealing all of my DSs, setting up 7 DSs and 7 copies of the game, all on Wi-Fi.
Yep. They all connect to each other, and you can just talk to the same 7 people like 12 times, and then you unlock Spiritomb, and then you beat the game with it. And it's a really bad Pokemon.
It's very slow. But it has no weaknesses.
It's so
powerful.
until Gen 6, but
Should have just done Sableye.
all right, some more donations, please.
All right, let me get back over there. So I've got $5 here from Nest Troyer. Don't forget to move your mouse.
Oh,
Good call.
dude, I got to mess it up during the Glitch Exhibition. We'd be like, oh my gosh, I broke it.
We're still cleaning donations from that too. $272 in from Anonymous. Always great to see another Pokemon run at GDQ. Here's $272 for my favorite jolly guy, Ludicolo. Putting this towards the Glitch Exhibition incentive. Let's kick cancer's butt.
Yes.
And a $10 donation in from Swiftaloo.
Swift.
Hi, Etchy. I'm very excited to get to show Gen 4. I'm very excited you get to show Gen 4 up on stage again, but this time in person. I wanted to thank you so much for being a wonderful friend to me over the years. I always think very fondly of our small beginnings together, especially. From both of us being inspired by GDQ to Speedrun to now seeing you here is truly incredible. I have so many fond memories of when we had met up at AGDQ 20 as well, like when there were people not amused by another Swift showing up. Haha. The work you do for Pokemon speedrunning is absolutely wonderful, and I'm sure many people appreciate it too. There's so many wonderful things I could say about you. I'm so thankful to have friends like you and May in the community. I hope to see you at the next event, and thank you as well for letting me contribute a small part to your run as well.
Aw.
Thank you. I'm going to cry. Don't do this.
Thank you so much.
Swift will come up again later. We'll talk about her, but this is Gardenia, second gym leader. Literally the only, okay, there's 2 technically bad things that could happen, and now the second one's going to happen because I said that. But the first bad thing that happened is this Turtwig coming up after this Cherubi. I almost said after this Palmu. The Turtwig has this move called Reflect, which is a really annoying move. Who wants to explain Reflect?
Doubles defense.
Yeah,
Except for
it
double
basically-
battles, then it's slightly different.
Yeah,
Oh, actually, that's true. Yeah.
rather than increasing the defense stat of the active Pokemon, it's more of like an effect on the side.
Yeah.
So it increases the defense of the whole team for
Whole
5
team.
Yeah,
minutes.
ideally you don't see Reflect at all because you just one-shot here. It is 15 out of
15 out
16,
of
which is about 94%. Thank
Cool.
you. I've definitely, multiple of my PBs have not hit that range. Which again, 94%, not including crit chance, by the way. I love Pokemon. Pokemon Speedrun is awesome. Anyway, this Roserade does outspeed you, and we don't one-shot it either. So I'm going to Leer it because it has a Citrus Berry, and I just want to not activate that slower. This thing does have Poison Sting and Stun Spore. That's great. That's what you want to see.
Good for the move. That
Actually, I think
can't
this
do
is.
anything.
Is this a speed tie? I don't remember. Yeah, it's been a minute. But that was easy. That was the cleanest Gardenia that you can ask for. That's exactly what I'm trying to see. My HP looks great for the
And
next
with
section.
that, we have gotten every single badge we need.
Yeah, we've gotten all the badges. We've gotten all 8 badges. Can you believe it, everybody?
Wow.
Yeah, I guess now we should probably start introducing what's going to happen very soon. I'm going to destroy the game in a second here. We still got like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
but
there's still a whole other thing.
Essentially, this whole run is a race to get the bike.
Yep.
Bike's really good for Pokemon speedruns. Doubles
Yeah.
your movement speed.
And then obviously that it took us 48 minutes to get the first 2 badges with double movement speed. It'll take us
48
15
minutes.
to get to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what you're going to see after I get the bike, after I defeat Jupiter in a few minutes here, is you're going to see me do this thing called tweaking. Now, I mentioned earlier, the game is basically broken up into quadrants, and they're broken up by load lines. And tweaking is basically just taking a bike and going really fast and really weirdly along those load lines, on corners of those load lines, across just vertically or horizontally. And you'll see some of them in the glitch exhibition as well. But basically just going through them weirdly and forcing the game to load things incorrectly. And I don't want to talk too much about it right now, but that's just the gist. And basically with that, we're going to tweak into places we're not supposed to go and get to the Hall of Fame really fast. So
Reminder, you don't have repels, by the way.
Yes.
You did want to shop for that.
yeah, as is actually probably the best place to do it after Jupiter, so remind me after that.
Yep.
I'm going to go ahead and teach Cut here over Ember, right? Cut just, again, we don't catch any Pokemon in this run because we are just going to beat the game as soon as we get the bike.
It's nice that we also just learn every HM required on the Monferno.
Yeah, super convenient. Because because Piplup doesn't learn Rock Smash, at least in Platinum. Primplup does, but Piplup does not. So this is another section where I'm in the Team Galactic building in Eterna City. Like I said, the guy who runs the bike shop is now being held hostage by Jupiter, the person I was talking about earlier, one of the Team Galactic commanders like Mars. And we're just going to go beat her, but before we just do that, I have to fight 4 trainers. It's not really too much to talk about for this, except I used the wrong move.
Oh.
Great, maybe?
Let's go. Total time save because Cut is less text than Flame Wheel.
It's a
So
short move name.
Getting
Anyways.
lucky is not a crime.
that was my. that is honestly, I don't deserve that after the Perugly crit, but it's okay. But yeah, I make that mistake all the time because cutting the Wurmple, not this next Wurmple, but the other Wurmple is technically optimal. So I sometimes just accidentally cut that Zubat. But while I do these fights,
Could you
let's
imagine
do.
if Cut had missed?
That'd be funny. You can miss, and it's really sad when that happens. But let's do more donations.
You want more donations?
I do.
I got more donations. Let's go with $15 from Really Sentinel. What does Nurse Joy give Pokemon for their allergic reactions? Benadryl. $15 for Beedrill, number 15. Shout out to my IRL Nurse Joy watching this run with me before she has to leave for her overnight shift. We've got $434 from Mott Nick, sending in a donation for my favorite Pokemon, Stunky. Thanks for the good time this week from the crowd, and thank you for raising money for a cause that has grown closer to my heart these past few months.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I've also got a $75 donation from Anonymous. We are so close to $1 million and halfway to Halo Legendary. Let's speed run both together and make it happen. And yes, checking in on that Halo Legendary, we are almost at $60,000 out of the $117,000 that we need to get that met. So please keep those donations coming.
Please, now that we've hit the glitch exhibition, please help make that happen. I would really appreciate it.
Like,
you do not want to miss it. For sure.
It's obviously it's a very different game than this, but it is a ridiculous showcase watching Halo on Legendary.
Yeah, an equally broken game as well. It's a very cool speedrun.
So here's the wormhole I'm going to use cut on. I'm definitely going to hit and not miss because I got really lucky earlier. So, thank you.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I used to actually use cut on both wormholes, but I didn't realize this one's level 12 and the other one's level 13. So I totally thought it was safe, and I never didn't not defeat it with cut until one of my runs a week ago. Where I definitely found out I wasn't supposed to use cut there. I'm not going to get the crit this time.
I mean,
But
that was.
well, now I have to cut
way.
again,
Well, now you-
unfortunately. Yeah, I got to go for it.
okay.
Whatever. Anyways.
Do you want to just cut the last one just because it's working out for you?
Well, this is a Zubat now. I'm not going to mess around with the Zubat because
That's
it
That's
does
actually fair.
do very bad slow things. But basically the other wormhole's like a 15 out of 16 range. I just never missed that ever, except I missed the Turtwig 15 out of 16 every day of my life.
Yeah. And if you're wondering why cut over Flame Wheel, which is the guaranteed KO, it's the super effective text.
Yeah.
Just trying to avoid it.
Yep, and cut is way less text than Flame
Also
Wheel,
true.
so-
I love
Saves you like
Gen-
2 seconds.
I love Gen 4 text.
Yep. Let's do some more donations before we get into Jupiter.
Donations coming. I've got $7.12 from Akko. Donating for number 712, Bergamite. He's such a little guy, and I am a certified
So
Bergamite witch.
True.
I've got $704 from Antonio. Have to represent my favorite number 704, Goomy. That's my nickname for my dog.
Aww. And
All
you don't even know Goom.
New donation challenge. Is it a Pokemon or is it a nickname for Shout's dog?
Or your own pets.
Yeah.
That works too. $200 from Spider C.
Aw.
Is this Chimchar Rapid Strike or Single Strike?
Yeah, I play a lot of Pokemon TCG. That's a TCG reference. We may or may not talk about it later in GDQ, but yeah. So this Jupiter has a Zubat, which once again, guess what this range is? Can I hear it from the crowd?
15 out of 16.
It has Wing Attack. You don't want to get hit by that. So we're just going to not get unlucky.
All right.
Okay.
This Skuntank is super annoying, but I want everyone to carefully listen to the cry of this Pokemon. It's my favorite in the entire series. Dude, etiquette gross. What the heck? I didn't even realize the menu popped up. I wasn't supposed to leer there, but this is fine. So yeah, this thing has Screech, Smoke Screen, Night Slash, which is a high crit chance move, and on top of all that, likes to just waste your time. So there's Smoke Screen. That's pretty bad, especially because now I have to hit another time because I leered instead of Flame Wheel, so I have to leer again here. I hit, so that's fine. So I just gotta hit one more time. Please stop. Please, I don't want to be stuck here.
Ooh, this is some
50-50.
Sand Attack Gaming.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay, this is fine. I'm not. Stop.
It's a little less fine.
I technically just
Hey, you're in
go.
Blaze. It's fine. It's not fine.
Uh-oh.
It's not
It's a
fine.
range.
Oh,
I have to just go for it now.
Yeah,
Like,
you
Yep.
have to.
oh,
Let's
Ooh. I am the luckiest gamer here. So fun fact with Gen 4 Poison, unlike our previous gens, your Pokemon can't get fainted from running in the overworld. It'll just survive with 1 HP. So we're just going to let the poison ticks happen. I apologize in advance because it's a really annoying visual and sound. So don't worry, it'll go away quickly.
Yeah, you only have to see
you don't have a
14.
single antidote?
There's no point in using it. It's time loss. I will
yeah.
get the repel after this.
You have to menu anyways.
No, I don't. There's no more menus because of tweaks. So yeah, so...
the repel.
You're not gonna make it to the
That's
shop
way
by
later.
the time the poison gets off.
Yeah. That's way... The repel is like way after the tweaks.
It's
So-
only 14.
Oh, right.
It'll be
The
fine.
poison wears off. Never mind.
Yes, explaining what happens here. I have to go get the Explorer Kit, otherwise you can't leave town. And the Explorer Kit's actually relevant for the glitch stuff I'm going to show, but we're not actually going to see it. But one of the save files has like prepped it. And then after we get the Explorer Kit, we get our bike, and then we're going to break the game. So, Pomu survived the poisoning.
Right.
Yay.
I forgot it does that.
So,
Oh, I see.
again, I kind of mentioned how tweaking works. What you're going to see is I'm going to go through Cycling Road. I'm going to do multiple different tweaks One of which is really hard, but I've gotten pretty good at it lately. I shouldn't have said that. I'm going to jinx it. But I'm going to do a multiple set of tweaks, and I'll actually go through them pretty slowly because we're doing really well in time here. I'll go through them pretty slowly and try to explain like the load lines and what's about to happen, what you're going to see. Two of the tweaks are easy because Cycling Road, if anyone remembers from any of the Pokemon games, you kind of naturally have momentum if you're going in the direction it wants you to go in. But because I deload like the map weirdly, I actually don't get that momentum for the second one, and it makes it way harder. So I'll do that in a second. So I'm gonna get on the bike here by using the bike stand. And the point of doing these tweaks is to skip a Lucas cutscene where he gives you what's that
Don't
thing
forget
called?
to save it here.
Yes.
Yeah. A thing too is if this category interests you and you watch the tweaks that Etchy's about to do and you're like, wow, these look really hard. There is an easier one you can do that is slightly slower, and then you can.
All these tweaks I'm doing right now are completely optional. You can just take the cutscene and you lose 45 seconds. It's totally fine.
And then you just do the other version of it, and then the other one's actually quite easy.
So I'm doing a reload here because I have to reload the game at some point before I do the game-breaking tweaks. So, like I said, I'll try to take this kind of slowly. So I'm going to go down here. So this first tweak, basically right below me, there's a load line. And if I go up and down that load line really fast, then I will kind of deload the next area. But also, it'll still kind of be loaded because the NPCs will still be there, but the road will not be. So
it'll be immediately obvious.
That was kind of bad. Oh, and the reason I saved is because it's very easy to crash the game. So yeah, there's the road.
And
it's
it
gone.
begins.
So now, this next tweak, this is the hard one. So I got to go over here, and you go down, up, down. So there's basically a load line right above where I am and a load line to the left. So I'm going like zigzag kind of through them, and it's going to make the next section deload, weirdly. That was one tile off. One tile off. Nope. I jinxed it. I told you I would jinx it. And one tile off. There we go.
There we go.
Okay, so this next part, same thing. I'm just gonna, this one I have Cycling Road momentum, so I'm gonna go all the way to the left to make sure Lucas does not see me, and we are now in Orberg City.
Yep.
And I'm gonna go ahead and grab that repel really quickly. Oh, this does mean I have the menu. I was supposed to do the repel earlier, but it's all good. I can do the menu. I'll just run into Orberg Gate, I guess. So I'm gonna buy one repel here. This is what you pick up that repel earlier for. It's just to get through Orberg Gate here. Because you can't really, you might think, oh, just carry Manip all the way, but with Cycling Road tweaks, you can't really do that. So,
Yeah, it'd be so impressive.
so I'm going to repel here. Now I can use the honey. And I'm going to go ahead and just use the bike really quickly. Go careful. Not going to run into that trainer. Going to go through here, and we're going to go back to Jubilife and do this thing called Entering the Void. So when I enter the Void, I'm going to go through some load lines again, really funkily, but much slower. It's actually, this is, again, the easy version of the tweak. There's a harder version you can do, but it crashes the game when I do it. So I just go like that, and suddenly the left side of Jubilife is here. The clown we've talked to earlier just gone forever, and I'm going to reload the game, or reload the graphics, and suddenly I am in the building, and now I am in the Void. So this is the Void. This is a part of Pokemon Diamond Pearl. This is where you're going to see me a lot in the Glitch exhibition. So I'm going to keep running left here until I get to Veilstone Department Store, which is nowhere near left of Jubilife.
It's got a lot darker. I'm wondering if you did with the mouse again.
Oh, thank you. Good call. So I do another save and quit here. Basically, the point of these save and quits is to kind of relocate my character in the Void. So for example, in the Glitch exhibition later, like there's a part where I go 415 steps left or something, and then when I save and reload, I'm technically 415 steps left of somewhere else. So I do that. I'm gonna do the same exact thing again here. I'm gonna go one left, and now we're in the Pokemon League, so that's pretty close to the end of the game.
You can see Pokemon League. Wow.
You can hear the music, too.
Wow. I'm gonna save and quit again. And then this time I'm gonna run to the left, and we're going to be greeted by some friends that we have actually met. We have met both of them already.
But they know us. It's okay.
Yes.
Word of our accomplishments reached them before
yes.
we even met them.
All right, and now I am entering the Hall of Fame. So
get ready
that is
on
the end of the
time.
run. Yeah, get ready on time. Time will be when the screen fades to black after the Hall of Fame. And again, this is not the end. There's a glitch exhibition because, again, this is the glitch run, but there's actually very few glitches in it. But I'm really excited to show the glitch stuff. It's so awesome. So please stick around for that. So time will be coming up in just a moment. Welcome to the Hall of Fame Pomu. Woo! And time.
Time.
Awesome.
Very nice. 101.
Dang, that's wild.
With taking time to explain all the tweaks too.
Yeah.
With the monitor turning on.
With the monitor turning off.
Awesome. So yeah, while just finish up here, I just want to do some quick shout outs for thank you to Retire for explaining a lot of the glitch stuff for me and help me out with that. Shout out to the DS Speedrun community, and shout out to my community as well for being so supportive of me. And I'll do a lot more shout outs during Glitch Exhibition because we have a lot of time, but I think we can just go ahead and get into that. Do you have that cartridge ready to go? Cool.
Do the Drifloons appear in the Diamond Pearl credits?
Yes,
Yeah.
there are Drifloons.
Yes.
So let me go ahead and get some cartridges. I basically just preloaded saves for all these glitches. We're gonna go through 2 cool glitches that kind of comprise multiple different glitches. So the first glitch I'm gonna show is called the partner mode glitch. And it actually leads to some pretty cool outcomes. But yeah, we can go ahead and just get into it. So I'll go ahead and turn that off.
The Drifloons.
They're so close.
I know they were so close.
Sorry, my bad. Yeah, I have an L-shaped connector, so I have to unplug it every time because it blocks the cartridge slot. Sorry. So yeah, this is a Pokemon Pearl. This time it doesn't actually matter. And fun fact, you can actually just transfer saves between Diamond and Pearl totally fine and nothing happens. Yep. You can also transfer saves into like Pokemon Japanese Pearl and it still works totally fine. It's just like Korean, I think, is the only one where it actually needs like a save file conversion. But yeah, this is the partner mode glitch. So for those who remember when I was talking about Cheryl earlier, I guess we can start the timer. Yeah, now it's fine, so cool. So I mentioned partner Cheryl earlier. There's multiple different partners in the game. They're called stat trainers. Basically what it is they all have their own individual areas, and they're kind of meant to be like a cool little side quest you can do where you can meet up with them. They join you in battle for the entire area. You get to do cool double battles with the trainers and wild Pokemon, and then you have to complete the objective, which is like either beating a boss or taking them to the exit. In this case, we're in Wayward Cave, which is actually right below the cycling road where we were earlier. And this is we're gonna go talk to Mira, and we're gonna save her from the cave and get her out of here. However, normally what happens is you take her to the exit, she leaves you forever, and then you can find her later in postgame. We're gonna take her to the other exit where there is no script for what happens when you do that. And as a result, she will leave with us and stay with us forever and ever. So I have to do kind of a weird tweak here. I'm gonna go left, right, left. A little bit more complicated. Down, left, right, left. A little bit more complicated than the other one. It's kind of hard to do, so I'll see if I can get it here. Okay, there we go. And then suddenly, we're in the void again. So I'm gonna go up here.
Our old friend.
I am going to break it by doing that. Okay, so sub counter is super useful. I'm gonna go 23 to the right, 12 up. Too much. And then I will do, let me double check, make sure it's really easy to mess this up. I'm gonna do this thing called chunk lip dislocation here, which is just kind of reloading things. Very similar to tweaking where it's like moving chunks of data around. But by opening a menu out of bounds, unlike tweaking, it just only affects collision. So sometimes there's invisible walls in this void, and by doing that, I just moved them. So we're gonna go down now, and suddenly we're at the end where Mira is. So we're gonna go talk to her. Just go through the wall, no big deal.
You actually do Brock through walls, which is, or as I like to call it, Onyx through walls.
Well, this is Mira through walls, and unfortunately, I think she goes away here.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty soon.
and goodbye.
Her shadow's still here.
So we're gonna
No.
So yeah, there's a second entrance to Wayward Cave. It's like a hidden entrance. It's where you go if you want to get Gibble. And we're gonna go out through that entrance by going all the way around. So I'm gonna go 60 down. The repel running off totally is fine, doesn't matter. I'm actually gonna not refresh that like I was in practice earlier. High trainers, by trainers. I'm gonna do another chunk dislocation here. Run to the right. And now here's that other exit. I'm gonna reload the map again.
Oh, the
then
strength
down.
boulders are still there.
Yeah, the strength boulders are there.
Yep.
And now we have absconded with Mira. So just proof that she's here with me. You can't use a bike when you're with a partner. So if I press Y, can't be used when you have someone with you. And I can also just get an encounter really quickly and prove it.
Haunted.
Haunted Mira. So yeah, with this glitch, you can get double battles anywhere in the game. So pretty useful for like shiny hunting. Exceptions like water is a little bit weird, which we'll kind of go over later. But there she is. And again, full heals after all these battles too because of the nature of double battles. So that's pretty sick. And now we're gonna keep going. I'm gonna go ahead and repel now. Again, you can do menus. You can do basically anything and not break the glitch, except for getting into a battle with a trainer. That will break it.
Does that crash the game, or does that just...
It just fixes it.
Just fixes it,
Yeah.
okay. I wasn't sure if they'd be confused, like the
Is it
double
just-
battles in the weird area.
What if you got into a double battle? Would that work?
I don't know. It probably just, again, undoes it.
Yeah.
Although I don't know what happens if you only have like one Pokemon. Maybe it like freaks out. So like I said, you can't use the bike, but you can actually use the bike stands like I did earlier because they didn't like account for that scenario. They didn't put bike stands in any of the areas where there's double battles, or double partner stuff. In order to get a really cool glitch, I'm going to actually deposit everyone in my party. So the game's gonna not be happy when I have these double battles. Force a double battle with only one Pokemon in my party, when Mira technically shouldn't be with me. So I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna go on the bike and we're gonna go back to Jubilife. And I'm actually gonna tweak along basically the exact same load lines, but in the opposite direction. So my repel should still be up, yeah. No, oh my gosh. I did it too early. So I'm gonna have to run out that repel, but it's fine.
And unfortunately had max repels on this file instead of like supers or something.
This is just like a practice file that I converted into the glitch file. You can also tell every time the game's like freezing when I go through the grass like that, that's the result of having the repel and a double battle partner, which you kind of saw earlier with Cheryl. So I need to run off this repel.
Should have gotten some smaller repels.
No, too early. Okay. So now we're gonna see the kind of a mirrored Jubilife here. Hello. But we're actually on Route 203. So I'm gonna go into here and we're actually inside the middle of the pond. I'm gonna reload the map. And we're gonna see something very cool here. We're gonna see, who remembers Missing No? Does anyone like Missing No?
Love Missing No.
Cool. We're gonna see Missing No's brother, son, dad, I don't know. But it's called DP Box, which is kind of the glitch Pokemon of Generation 4.
How come, Mom,
also,
you have
Dons.
two Dons?
Shiny, no way.
Shiny DP Box.
This is normal.
This is normal. So there's Shiny DP Box, super rare, super valuable. It is level 0, has 0 HP. Oh, I forgot to turn on animations. Hold on, let me do that. It's very important.
It's actually important
You
to
see
do
this.
this.
Yeah. So you're lucky you get to see it a second time. Congratulations.
One
nice
time
he
for
did it
each
for
Don.
us.
Also, if you listen closely, you can hear that it is the cry of Bulbasaur, presumably just because it's the first Pokemon in the Pokedex. DDDDD. So we're going to see how powerful DP Box truly is, how powerful this glitch Pokemon, because Missing No is really powerful, right? So
I wouldn't say that.
I'm going to use the X attack. You cannot capture DP Box. You can get one of your own through different glitches. You can't attack it or target it either, so the Psyduck will never hit the DP Box. Health bars are gone, but I promise you they're still there. Crit, come
That
on.
did so much.
That actually hurt.
That did a lot.
All right, so my opponent, you can kind of see it there. Oh God. You struggle, hit for 1 HP. Not very powerful. Everyone say goodbye to DP Box.
No.
Maybe ours will fare.
Ours will do a little bit more damage.
No.
All of the exclamation points flashing across the text box is what it feels like to have anxiety, trust me.
All right, and that's the first glitch, so hope you all enjoyed DP Box.
I love that.
And now we're going to go
struggle
to
animation is
another
so good.
glitch.
It's so funny.
This one's a combination of sprite corruption and walk through walls. So normally, like when we were all kids, right, the way you get walk through walls is you cheat. You use like action replays or whatever. You can do that though in this game through multiple different glitches. One of the ways to get it is through ledge canceling, where you basically just activate a menu when you're at the height of a ledge jump off a bike. But this is not that. This is a different version, which I'll explain as we get into it. So we're gonna do a lot of void movement here. I'm gonna go 1 south. So crowd, if you want to count along with me while I go do these movements. So I have to do a bunch of movements here. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, I did 3.
Oh, 4, 5.
Actually, I'm gonna redo it because I think I messed it up. Sorry.
You want to see the
That
pin-
wasn't a bit, by the way. I'm sorry. But I think I actually forgot to reset the counter there, so I'm gonna do it again.
Do you want us to do the counting bit again? Just checking.
Yeah, we're
Yes, yeah, we'll do it again.
All right,
We'll do it
all
again.
right.
Sorry.
Perfect.
So I go east. Okay, now 1,
1,
2, 3,
3,
4,
4,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
No.
Sorry, I have to get to 554, so we're gonna be here for a while. There's actually a lot of pauses during this where I just go through long stretches. So before we get into that, we can do a couple of nations in a little bit, but I'll also do all my shout outs during the long stretches here. And again, after this glitch is done, after this part, we're gonna do Arbitrary Code Execution, which I'm really excited to talk about. I'll talk about it more later too, as we do those long movements. So first I go 554 south. Again, this is all very specific intended movement. It's a little early. So I go south.
Wait,
That was-
54 or 44?
That was 44 that you just won.
Yeah, 544.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
You said 54
My
earlier,
bad,
so I was
my
just
bad.
confused.
So I'm going to clear the counter, and I'm going to press Y, and Dawn will do a magic trick.
Ah!
Where'd she go?
So yeah, so I'm going to go 1 north, and then I'm going to run a little
I
bit
was
to the
playing
west.
as Mira from
I was gonna
earlier.
say, she turned into Mira.
Yeah.
Why does it keep... Do you have defog available?
I do not have defog.
Darn, that'd be useful.
Yeah, it's a little foggy in here. All good.
Fog is deep.
South to 212. It's actually very important I don't change my counter here, because when you use the poke etch, you actually get a different sprite temporarily, and that breaks what the sprite corruption is. So I cannot clear the counter until I get past this part. But this glitch has a purpose. This part's just sprite corruption, so it's going to mess up all the sprites in the game. I'm going to press Y, little flash, clear the counter, and now I get to just move south for 2 minutes. So what we're doing here is, like I said, we're going to get the walkthrough walls glitch. If you see Mystery Zone, by the way, that's just a placeholder name for any normal unexplored area that you're not supposed to go to. Hi, Rain. So the way you get walkthrough walls that we're going to do is by loading in Byron's gym. So Byron we didn't actually get to see in the any % run. He is the 5th gym leader. And if you remember the gym from Platinum or Diamond Pearl, it has these cool little platforms that can go up and down and let you go kind of like 3D. It's super cool. And basically, we're going to go through all this void stuff to enter that map. And whenever you enter Byron's gym, the game actually keeps those platforms and those models loaded in until you basically warp, like flying or something, to go somewhere else. So we're going to take advantage of that and never warp. And basically just, essentially, it's like infinite platforms are going to let us just turn off the rules of movement and let us go anywhere. I don't know exactly. That's like the best way I could explain it without taking forever. So I gotta go a little bit more south here. Let's do a couple donations right now, actually.
Perfect. We've got a glitch donation here, $25 from Anonymous. I tried to donate DP Box dollars and it crashed my computer, so please accept this instead. Let's see. I also have a $31.20 donation from Snoring Frog. $31.20 for 10 of my favorite mouse Pokemon, Minoon, as a reminder to move the mouse.
Oh, good call.
Right?
Hold on. Yeah. All right.
Don't leave it there.
I don't know if they can see it.
They cannot see it. Oh, maybe they can.
They can,
Oh,
but not now. It's good.
I was like, I'm pretty sure.
I also have a $50 donation from Demon Fire. Talk to your doctor before taking Loudred. Do not take Loudred if you are allergic or pregnant. Side effects may include loss of hearing, tinnitus, and splintered houses. Loudred should not be taken together with Misdreavus. Ask your doctor if Loudred is right for you.
Thank you very much.
That was
Have
good.
you considered going into just doing those disclaimers?
Oh, you think anyone would pay me for this voice? I can
Yeah.
only get away with this here.
So yeah, this is probably a good time to do a bunch of shout outs while I go through all this movement. Well, first of all, really quickly, you're going to see my sprite just get more and more corrupted and weirder basically every time I do a turn into a different direction. But the goal here is basically I'm just going to try to get back into the overworld pretty soon, and then we'll have fun. But big shout out to Retire. I'm going to shout him out again probably at the end. But Retired is a glitch hunter for the community and has put so much work into the various Diamond Pearl Platinum games. Worked really hard on getting Arbitrary Code Execution stuff set up and helped me prepare all the glitch exhibition stuff I'm doing today. So if I could get a round of applause for Attire, that would be really great. Thank you. So I have to turn very shortly here. If you want to do this glitch yourself, by the way, this is actually just ripped entirely from Retire's YouTube videos. Definitely just check it out on his YouTube channel. If you just look up Retire Glitch, you'll find it. One too many there, and then 865. This is my favorite sprite, by the way. I just love the way this looks. I think it's very like noir kind of looking. It's very, I don't know, like rainy day vibes.
She walked into my room looking like a piece of bread in the ground in a square that was kind of not really all the way there, but sort of it was. I knew she was trouble the moment I laid eyes on her.
Yep.
I love the like almost looks like footsteps at the bottom too.
I still think it looks like bread.
Yeah. Huge shout out to my commentators. Thank you all so much for being here today, by the way. I really appreciate you all.
Grayscale Gulpin.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
Thank you. Grayscale Gulp.
If you like what you see here, I do a lot of Pokemon speedrun stuff. I also do a lot of Pokemon TCG. Like I said, mostly known for like Gen 4 and some of the Switch games. So if you're interested in that, you can check out my Twitch, twitch.tv/etchy. Also, if you look up on YouTube, you can see that Munchlax run, that Spiritomb run, any of my PBs, they're all in there. You can just look up Etchy on YouTube, you'll find them. If you're interested in learning the 80% speedrun, I have full tutorials for it that I made a couple years ago, and they're super old, but they work totally fine for the route I did. It's actually the exact same manip, so you can totally just do that. They explained how the RNG manip works, and we are now in Twin Leaf City.
I like you going. I'm
town.
mostly known for Gen 4 speedruns, despite being the undisputed king of Let's Go.
I know.
So there's Fake Dawn, Shadow Dawn.
This
Normal
is,
dialogue.
This is my cool OC. Her name.
Yeah, if I get into
that.
if I get into a random encounter or trainer battle, the game will freak out. But I can do anything in this mode. I can walk through walls. A lot of the sprites are corrupted. I can go down here if I want to, mystery zones. I can go through here. My sprite is messed up as well. I'm gonna go all the way up here. It's a little messed up. Yeah, here's another Dawn. I'm gonna go up here. I think there's another Dawn to my right. But we're actually gonna go, oh no, there's one. Oh, there's multiple high Dawns. So I'm gonna go up and around. I'm not gonna go through the guardhouse because that's lame and it would also crash my game. I'll get this free item. I'll get this candy shirt. From the side you're supposed to take it, totally intended. I don't have surf, so I'm just gonna go up here. Then I'm gonna go around and we're gonna see that Candelave is not loaded in correctly at all.
It's under development. It's okay.
Yeah. Oh, well, I entered the thing, so it's totally fine. That was the end of it anyway. I was just gonna show Candelave being broken.
Yeah.
Hit one of the doors and keep it in like that.
All right, this is the last thing I'm gonna showcase here. So I just wanna emphasize that this is a totally normal cartridge of Pokemon Diamond, has not been modified in any way. This can be done on any cartridge of the game. Again, Retire basically pre-programmed some arbitrary code execution stuff, and we're gonna do a little arbitrary code execution demonstration. It was discovered by a bunch of glitch hunters basically right before BDSP came out. So this is kind of a demonstration of the power. I'm not gonna actually like perform it, but what you're gonna see is like me executing already pre-programmed stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited because this is like so cool how powerful this is and how much things that can be done with it.
If we took the time to like actually get it all set up, we would have to be here for a lot longer.
Yeah,
A lot longer.
yeah.
It would not be that entertaining to watch like
Coding.
yeah.
Unfortunately, like all the ace setups for Pokemon just take so long to do.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go up here. This is just gonna activate the.
Don't worry about the
Not that.
Poké.
Yeah, what's going on with the Pokédex?
This is just gonna activate the ace that we have already set up. So I'm gonna go see the Hall of Fame. Do a little menu flash here and then press A and talk to this nice lady. And we're now in Candelave where we just were earlier.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I want to drink water so I can talk through this. Hold on. Because this is exciting. So, this basically Retire just made this cool little event for us. Hero, strange things have been happening on Full Moon Island. That is the Cresselia event, or not event, but Cresselia Island. Would you like to investigate? Chat, would you like to investigate? Would you like to see what's up?
What if they said no?
What if we went to Iron Island?
Then we can go to Iron Island. I don't care. Whatever. That might actually break the game. I don't know. But we're going to go to Full Moon Island. I don't know exactly what Retire cooked up for us here, so we'll see. He just told me to go here and have fun. So we'll have some fun. Again, this is just a normal boat animation. We didn't get to see it in 90%.
All right, so here we are.
It's pretty normal so far.
Pretty normal. That's not normal music. That's
Wait,
not,
what is that?
What
Is that a truck?
That is a truck.
I heard the Cynthia music and I thought we were about to get locked into an encounter.
Yeah, this is.
Undella Town moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what to do with this though.
I don't know. I have always heard that you could find Mew under the truck.
That's true.
I mean, it's not that original, is it?
I don't think.
I feel like that's been.
I feel like that's been done.
Yeah,
Maybe that might be what Retire wants you to do. So
I don't
Well,
know.
see if you can use strength on
Try
it.
it, maybe, yeah.
A soft cry can be heard from underneath the truck. Would you like to use strength?
How?
Okay. you knew.
Okay.
Oh, I mean,
barely
sure.
Shout out to Bibarel.
Shout out to Bibarel.
All right, didn't move. What?
What?
You really thought you'd find it?
Okay.
Under this?
All right. All right.
Don't make me laugh. Okay.
What was that?
All right, that was worth a try.
Here we go. Oh,
Wait, what is happening?
That's neat.
that's a little.
Well, don't go in that.
Okay.
You better just run away.
Yeah, just.
What's the camera doing?
I don't think
I don't
the
know.
camera's supposed to do that.
I'm just gonna keep running away. I don't want to leave because I'll feel bad. So I just.
I know.
I want to see
One.
what happens. Yeah. Oh, what is that?
What is that?
Is that like a mega Pidgeot?
Kind of looks like a Mega Pidgeot. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's Pansage.
Pants. Yes. My favorite
God.
prescription drug. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I guess I'll talk to it.
Yeah.
How dare you wake me GDQ
Velocity.
mascot Velocity. How dare you wake me Velocity from my slumber. I'll make you pay.
Why
for
is
this.
Velocity so mean?
Oh!
Whoa.
Whoa.
What,
okay.
what ability does Velocity
255? Oh my god.
All right.
I don't know if you're prepped for this.
Well, we'll try to catch it. We'll see.
Agility. Okay, that checks out.
My Empoleon's really powerful, so oh, that's all it did. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, it has speed boost. Velocity's an OU. Got it. Okay.
All right. And it has extreme speed.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That seems.
Ow! Oh, is that a crit?
That does a lot.
That's so much.
No, that just did that much. I'm
that
steel
much.
type. Oh my god.
To be fair, it is 155 levels higher than you.
All right, I'm just gonna catch it.
Yeah.
Hopefully you have a master.
Retire didn't give me a master ball. That's cool. I'm sure it'll get in, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
I mean, we don't know what Velocity's catch chance is. It could just be maxed out.
Sure.
Their catch rate.
Let's go.
Okay.
Hooray.
I'm going to tell you, this is really confusing for that game of is it a GDQ mascot or a Pokemon?
Yeah.
We won't nickname Velocity. It's all good.
Oh.
Oh, hi. Hero. I don't think the Pokédex supports the mythical being Velocity. I'm afraid you won't get credit. Also, glitches are lame in ruined speedrunning. It's an unfair advantage for the runner. Bad etchy. Anyway, credits to Retire Glitch for the Arbitrary Code Execution demo, and Swiftaloo for the artwork. Thanks and have fun, everyone at GDQ. I'll be watching from home. I hope you all have a great time. Thank you so much, Retire, for that. That was awesome. Thank you. Retire put so much work into this. It took a ridiculous amount of programming and effort to make this happen. Thank you so much. And
Big shout out to Swift for doing all the art for
yeah,
this.
Swift did all the art for both Velocities. I lied. I knew what was going to happen if you didn't know. But yeah, final shout outs. Thank you all so much again for donating. I really appreciate it. Again, shout out to my mom for, I mentioned this during my plot run too. My mom's a cancer survivor, one of my biggest motivations, and so proud of her and everything she's gone through over the last 7 years. So I'm really glad we can raise money for a cause that's so close to me twice now, once for Pokemon Platinum a couple years ago and then again here. So big shout out to her. I'll have to show her this VOD and explain what speedrunning is later. And then a big, again, if you want to watch more of my stuff, twitch.tv/etchy, please drop me a follow. And any last shout outs from you guys?
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Check out Etchy. He's great.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Definitely.
Yeah, thank you again, GDQ. Appreciate it. And keep watching.